Hey everyone. Today I want to go over the many job boards that you can find jobs on in the tech industry. If you're only looking on LinkedIn, you are missing out on a lot of opportunities. Let's get into it. So I have a folder of job boards, 40 plus, maybe 50 at this point, that I collect. And I suggest you do something the same. It's actually right here, this tab, if you can see. It's called job boards. And there's a long list of job boards that I start bookmarking because I would never remember these if I didn't have them bookmarked already. So this is one of the best tips and tricks that you'll get from this video, just doing this. Every time you come across a job board that you like, just bookmark it so you can go back to it. Here are some of my favorite ones right now for tech. Built-in. If you have not heard of this one, it's a really good one. I really like the interface because you can quickly see the important information, the company, the title, whether it's hybrid, remote, or on-site, the location, the salary, if it's junior, mid-level, or senior, etc. You can search by titles. You can search by other filters. You can also look at companies that they have in their database and if they're hiring. This site updates, I think, hourly, so definitely worth checking out. Like you can see, this was updated 3 minutes ago, 17 hours ago, 18 hours ago. So multiple times a day, this site is updated, and it's a great UI, and there's great opportunities. Another one I came across recently that someone built that I saw on LinkedIn is actually just an aggregate of a bunch of job boards. So this is a job board finder, and you can click through different industries or categories that are interesting to you, or that you're interested in, I should say, and then find job boards related to that. So let's give an example. So remote only. Here are some job boards that you may or may not have heard of. Like I know about a lot of remote job boards, and I haven't necessarily actually seen a lot of these. I've seen of this 4-day work week. I know about this one, Remotive, I've heard of, but these are all newer, and there's more as you go. So you can look at We Work Remotely is a famous one. You can look at remote only job boards. You can go back to the database and look at, let's see, startups. So Well-Found, a very popular one, but this will kind of categorize them by the startups, right? Built-in, as I just shared, is a startups one, but also these venture capital firms. That's actually one of my other big tips. So if you're interested in startups or tech companies in general, check out VC company portfolio job boards. So I have multiple linked here as an example. Let me go into a new tab and show you, for example, Kport Capital. I really like them and their values. They have a job board that aggregates all of their portfolio company jobs. So there's over 1,600 here. These are the companies they've invested in, and you can search jobs, and you can type in the keywords, the titles, and search for jobs. So there's many venture capital firms, and some of the big ones, Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz, Kport Capital. There's just so many. They all have a job board, and you should definitely check those out. It's in their interest for you to know about their company's jobs because they need their companies to succeed. Another one of my favorites is called Welcome to the Jungle. Here you can have job alerts sent to you every single day or every week, and they ask you to fill out a couple of questions in the beginning, and then they'll tailor their matches to what you filled out. So I think right now I have an operations profile filled out, but you can do it for several different types of roles, and they'll just give you what's posted right now. I also like their interface because they give you some good information. They also give you this information, which I think is really helpful, like company funding, the summary of one of the people who works at Welcome to the Jungle and what they think. And then also you can click on the company tab and get quick information about them too, benefits, funding, people, and leadership. Some of their profiles are really built out and have a lot of information. But mostly, likely, you'll just need the information that's up top here to know whether you want to apply. Is it remote? What level? How big is the company? Etc. Definitely check out Welcome to the Jungle. Another one I want to point out is called Levels.fyi. If you're in tech, you may have heard of Levels.fyi for salary information. That's one of their main database is salary data. But they also have a job board, and their job board is actually pretty deep. They have a lot of roles. You can search. I think their salary data is mainly for engineers, but I think maybe more broad now. But they have a lot of information of the top tech companies, large companies, and a lot of roles at these companies. So you can, again, type in your title or These are some of the big ones. So let's do product manager as an example and just broadly search for product manager roles and go from there. This is a sort of well positioned job board that not many people know about. These are just some of the few, but you can look for job boards that are focused on niche communities and niche roles. Like you can look for developer focused roles or marketing job boards, or even the niche that you're interested in, like fintech or GovTech or any of these. They have specific job boards for those. So look for those and bookmark them. There's also the remote only job boards, or I'm trying to think of what other niche, roles or job boards focused on targeting specific subcommunities like people of color or women. There's remote women, there's remote POC, there's people of color in tech. All of those are really, really good job boards that update frequently. And so you should bookmark them and go back to them frequently. Again, if you're only looking on Glassdoor, if you're only looking at Indeed, you're missing a big part of the market and there's way less competition on these other job boards. So definitely check them out, because you need to actually look at all corners of the internet to find more opportunities that have less volume of applications. And just so you have high volume of opportunities in your own pipeline, you have to apply in higher volume and not just look on LinkedIn and find most apply to roles. You can definitely keep that in your pipeline, but you need to diversify where you're looking. That is the tip for today. Again, if you are interested in getting support in your job search, I help job seekers in tech land jobs faster in my community. Link is in the description. It's called the Job Search OS. So definitely check it out and subscribe to this channel if you want more tips on how to land a job faster in tech.